Okay guys, so let's check how you did with prompt number 2 and prompt number 3. Remember that when we start off here with our prompts, first of all, you're going to read it. I'm assuming you've read this, so I'm not going to read it out loud to you. The first thing that we're going to look for is we're going to look for our tag, our title, author, genre. Of course, because it is a commencement speech, it doesn't have an official title, so we're going to ignore that one for now. We're going to find our author, who of course in this case is Madeleine Albright, and we're going to find our genre. So this is a commencement speech, G. Okay, we've done that. The other thing that I always want you to identify is your audience. Okay, we know this is the graduating class here of Mount Holyoke College. So I'm going to just mark that quick as my audience. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find our exigence. So I'm just going to highlight that because there's actually quite a bit of exigence in this one. We have our year. We have the fact that our author is the United States Secretary of State. We have that Mount Holyoke is a women's college in Massachusetts. So the reason that's important is because that's going to change potentially her message that she's delivering. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is we need to find our command. And then of course we are going to find or create a conquer statement. So let's find our command here. Remembering that our command always starts with usually the verb analyze, sometimes something equivalent. And we're going to underline then from analyze to the end. So here, then write a well-developed essay in which you analyze the choices Albright makes to convey her message to the audience. Here it is, analyze. We're going to set up for our conquer. So in our conquer, we look only in the underlined part here, and we are going to find the infinitive. The infinitive is, again, the word to plus a verb. Okay? Analyze the choices Albright makes. Here it is. To convey her message to the audience. So that's what your annotated prompt should look like. And I did it nice and pretty here. And actually, if I look at this, I notice that I forgot to put my stars in. Okay? So there we go. Beautiful. So what this is going to do is this is going to lead us to our chart here. And ultimately, a lot of this is what we're just filling in until we get to our conquer question. Okay, so I'm going to do that first, and then I'm just going to show you the rest of the prompt. Always, 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 before you do anything else, write the word what. Okay, so if we are looking right here to form our conquer question, and we are starting with the word what, the question that we're asking ourselves is, while only looking at these double underlined parts right here, I am ignoring the rest of the prompt, while only looking at the double underlined text, what can't I know until I have actually read the essay? Okay, it should have nothing to do with strategies. It should have nothing to do with rhetorical choices. What can't I know until I read the prompt? So to convey her message to the audience, well, my answer is, what is her message? I have no idea what her message is until I read that. This is our conquer question. That's what we're going to be looking to answer in our essay. So that means, here's my chart. Okay, so you can pause the video and compare it to yours and see if everything looks okay. There's my conquer. All right, prompt practice number 3, Benjamin Banneker. Okay, so we're going to start the same way. We're going to do our tag. Title, guess what? Again, we don't have one. It's a letter. Sorry about that. Author, label it. Genre doesn't come till we're down here, actually. Let's look at our audience. Thomas Jefferson as our audience. Okay? And now we're looking for our exigence. Well, we have a lot. Again, we have a lot of information about Banneker. We have 1791, and we have information about our audience, Thomas Jefferson. So so much of this right, is going to be starred. We have all of this stuff. We get a lot. Let's look at our command and conquer. What is the prompt commanding us to do? Read the following excerpt from the letter and write an essay that analyzes, there's our lovely word, analyzes how Banneker uses rhetorical strategies to argue against slavery. Okay, that's our command. That's what we're doing. We're analyzing. Now we need to find our infinitive to build our conquer question. Infinitive is to plus a verb. Analyzes how Banneker uses rhetorical strategies to argue against slavery. Okay, this is the important part. When we're forming our conquer question, we're starting with the ever important what. What from this tiny little part of the sentence can we not know until we read the essay, until we read the letter? To argue against slavery. Well, the answer is simple here. What is Banneker's argument against slavery? Okay, so when we come down to our chart, oh, there's my pretty thing. When we come down to our chart, we have title, author, genre. We have all of our exigents. Ultimately, it comes down to the absolutely most important part of this step, which is this one. What is Banneker's argument against slavery? That's what we're looking for in the article.